it's kind of surreal yet. It really hasn't, I guess, maybe clicked for me. It's pretty crazy. I've never won a Grand National Championship. Been pulling a long time, and this year I won 2. Well, the Marcus Schultz mortgage teams gives us a lot of money. That helps out a lot. And, no, it's just a great crew. Just got an awesome crew. We work really hard at the shop during the week. The guys do just to put it all together. The off season, that's how we have the success we do, is because of our team and our parts and all of our suppliers that help us out. You know, that's what it all boils down to. I mean, you know, the mod deal that, you know, Adam Kessler, NTPA engines, SSI superchargers, Chad Mayo the tires, you know, the semi, Weimer fuel and air, Riverside engines, just, you know, the old cat house up, Lonnie Sailors helped me out a lot with some parts, and the mother trucker team, Dean, Beth really pitched in and threw a lot of that semi for me, helped me out a lot. After full recovery, I basically was like, it can't happen. Well, then we went to the next night on Saturday night, Saturday afternoon at Fort, we won Fort. And we went to Rockwell and won Friday night there session, and I think it was Friday night, yeah, won there. And then we went Saturday night to go, and we're heading towards the out of bounds line. I had to back out of it, and you know, after Friday night, I'm like, I can do this. It's possible to win this championship yet in this semi. And then after we almost went out of bounds, I was like, it's over, there's no way. I went to Morley, had some bad luck up there, just I missed my setup, and we ended up, I think, 4th, and Brian was 2nd, and I just told myself it was probably over. You know, the championship hopes for that semi were done, and went to Bowling Green, won the first night. Brian was, I think, 3rd, so I was like, you know, I didn't gain hardly anything on him there. I said, there's no way. Well, then he was an early hook on Saturday night, and he had broke his rear end. Only went like 180 feet, and I was back there and you know, waiting to go. And after it happened, I didn't like to see it have that happen. I never want to win that way. But when I see it happen, I knew that there was a chance. I just had to have my A game. I had to get A to B and be down there at the, you know, 1st or 2nd. When we got in that pull off, we barely made it out in the pull off with Chris Woods, and he had a beautiful pass first time. He screamed it out there, and we barely made it out. At that point, we knew unofficially we had secured the championship, even if we ended up 2nd. Well, my brother wasn't there. He went home after the Saturday afternoon session to do some work, and he ended up texted us right away. He's like, "You make sure you run that again." I'm like, "Well, yeah, of course." So we're back throwing ice in it, trying to cool it off with leak blowers and everything the best we could. And we came back and made one more pass, and somehow we got it done. And that truck, you know, in the past, you know, that's the old mother trucker, and that thing always struggled to beat Chris Woods at Bowling Green. And to beat him there was pretty awesome. I told Chris that it was because I went down to Iowa and made a hooked against him in Osceola, Iowa, and he beat me twice in my home turf. So I said, well, I'm going to come to Ohio and beat you. So, I mean, the light mod is just, you know, wide open, and there, no clutch pedal, nothing. Whereas semi, you know, you got suspension to turn on, you're slipping a clutch, you got an intercooler you need to make sure you don't forget. And I mean, there's multiple things to do with a semi. And then even like if I jumped on a pro, like because I ran a pro Saturday night and the semi, and you know, the pro's got a left-hand clutch pedal with my left foot. I run it with that, still has the intercooler I have to remember to turn on. But then the semi has a right-hand clutch pedal, so I have to use my right leg to run the clutch. And because it comes right off the bell housing, it was just a simpler thing to build at the time. And at first I was like, oh, we're gonna change this will never work. It's perfectly fine, it really doesn't bother me. You know, then this year I made multiple times where I drove the Pro, and then I jumped in my four-wheel drive and drove it. we were down at Benson. I drove the four-wheel drive, the Loud Heavy X Pro Stock, and then I drove the light mod, and I won with the four-wheel drive, and I won with the light mod, and Loud Heavy X I didn't do so well, but it's all a learning curve.
Yeah.
So. It went down to the wire too. I mean, we went in, the first session there, we won it with, it was supposed to be a pull-off situation with me and Bill Voorhees, but Bill broke, couldn't come back. So I ended up winning it the first day, and I was confident the next session. I was confident that, we were on the same sled, same track. I was like, this is gonna work. Should be pretty close. And it left good, and then we're thinking it was something ignition related. It started missing some cylinders on one motor, which then just got it obviously underpowered, and then it couldn't pull its gear, and I went like 200 and some odd feet. It was not good. And at that time, I was like, my championship's over. I've led this wire to wire till now, and Bill Voorhees been laying down these awesome laps, and he's a legend in the mod class, with 10 championships or in the mods, and I'm like, it's gonna happen here. And I waited for him to run, and I was down there, disappointed in myself, and he ran, and his run was worse than mine. He actually finished behind me. So I got that championship. I missed the ring. I was really hoping to, do well with that and get my first ring, and I missed that, and I was happy. So that was a little surreal there. I was kind of a little, I shouldn't say disappointed, but it sucked because I really wanted that ring. I've never got a ring at that point, and I knew it'd be really tough. At that point, I hadn't ran the semi yet for the weekend at Bowling Green, so I knew it'd be really tough to win a ring with that semi just because of how tough that competition is there too. So I was really hoping to try to get my first ring with that light mod. I thought my chances were better with that, and when I didn't get it, I was a little bummed because I never had it. But I was happy I got a championship. That was my first one. I won the Hot Shot Secrets Challenge, with that, so that was really cool. And yeah. I don't know. I mean, the semi is a pretty cool thing. I mean, the fans really like it. I think we're not. It's not really at a lot of the shows. You're just running the big shows basically with the semi. There's not as near as many hooks for the semi as there is for the pro or the two-wheelers or mods even. So I think that's definitely one thing, but I think the fans love it because I think there's a lot of truck drivers that come to these polls and farmers that have semis that can relate. I think the semi's big. The pro stocks are huge too. And the mods are cool. The two-wheel drives are probably on the lower side of the spectrum. But the two-wheel drives, the four-wheel drives were started, then went to two-wheel drives, then mods, then pros, and then now into the semis, kind of newest venture. For me, the semi is the funnest one I have. I like that. As far as the fans, it's hard to tell. I know that Bad Gear sold out of this new semi t-shirts down at the Bowling Green really fast. So I guess that shows that fans like those, and we're definitely having a lot of fun with that semi. It's a blast for me. I'm really enjoying it. The light mod's been fun. The last couple of years, I've always kind of let Brandon jump onto it a few times because I'm not super comfortable, but I've been really comfy in it this year, and had a great season. So usually actually try to go to lunch with each other almost every day. That's kind of our time to talk to each other because he runs the farm. I kind of help with the trucking company and do that, and kind of talk about it then a little bit sometimes, and then a lot of times we'll get together 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, maybe in the bowling shop, sit down with Brad and the team, and maybe have a cold drink and enjoy just talk about things. And yeah, I mean, right now we're obviously close to the end of the season, so right now pulling is kind of getting to go on the back burner for us because we're kind of all burnt out. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's crazy because we'll get into harvest season, we'll bust our tails and getting through harvest, and then all we'll think about is farm show. You know, it'll be right into pulling. All we want to do is go pulling. But when's the farm show? Are we going to get in? You know, is this going to be so fun? And all we want to do is go pulling, and then it's right into Pullers Championship or the MAP Internationals, the Pullers Championship. You know, or just all we want to do is go pulling then, and then it's a lot. You know, we're running sometimes upwards of 30 events a year, and like this year was different with the semi because it caused us to split up a lot. You know, there was multiple events where Brent was taking the pros one place, Brandon was running the mod another place, and then I was running the semi in another place. We were split 3 ways, and that's tough. That definitely was a strain a little bit on the team just because we were all spread out everywhere. But I mean, it was fun. We had a lot of fun. Next year for us, it's going to be trying to figure out what we want to do, if we want to really focus on these points. This year we got, so we'd be at 17 championships for the team. And so we kind of debating on what we want to do next year. We kind of got our championships, and I don't know if we really want to run for points, but we said that last year this time because, like I said, we get burnt out. So it's just one of the deals where I don't know if we're going to try to run the points or what. I really want to try to do something different. So I want to bring money into the tractor pulling sometime. I want to try to do it different. Man, we got a great following, and pulling's great, and I love it. And I want it to keep growing from what it is today to what it could be for my kids.